Obviously, as one person, like, I only ever chose one or the other. More often than not, I chose the rectangle side. Every so often, I would pick the other one. Where are you? You got one there.
I can't carry anymore. I need mana.
I do need mana. This is one area where I'm probably going to need more mana. Because I'm going to be up against people that are behind walls that I can't quite reach. Chuck that in there as well. Give me that Vogue. The other thing too is these little boxes look like they're lootable and they are not. It's a composite bow. You, I set you on fire at that door, mate. I don't think I can take... I know. Yeah, I was going to say, I can't probably carry the composite bow. No. Alright, that's fine. I don't love that there's a dude, like, right there. I also didn't realise we opened up the door, but okay. I'm going to try to get you guys from a bit of a distance, because I don't want to go in there yet. I want to go back here so I can pick up the loot and come back in. I find it really interesting...
Excellent. You have a Herodric staff. Carry it with you into Talrash's tomb. Find within the tomb the chamber whose floor is inset with the circle of 7 symbols. Place the staff into the receptacle you find there. That will open the secret passage into Talrash's burial chamber. But be prepared for a fight. You'll likely have to kill Talrasha to destroy Baal.
It makes me smile every time. The music and the story, I love. Like, I hate going through the underground, like, under the palace bit. I don't enjoy it. I don't like the music. I don't like the creatures. It's just one big pain in the ass. But when I actually get down into, like, the Arcane Sanctuary area, it is so cool. It's so beautiful. It makes me so happy. Like, it's something I look forward to in Diablo. I was going to say before, but obviously Kane started talking, was that I find it really interesting that Diablo II Resurrected, or Diablo 2 in general, right, is my favorite game of all time, okay? And then on top of that, Act 2 in Diablo 2 is my favorite act, and the Arcane Sanctuary in, you know, Diablo 2 is my favorite, like, section. So, of my favorite game in my favorite act, of my favorite, like, part of the story, that's all those things, you know. The other thing that's also not cool about this area is I do have to kind of, like, make sure I don't miss any rooms, which is very hard with this particular shape. Let's get some frost out here. Try to slow you guys down just a little bit. I need to set you guys on fire. It wasn't a problem when I was also an archer, because I would give back just as much. But I do need mana. So yeah, what the hell? No, did the bed just drop gold? You know what, let's not question that. Hold on, mate. I'll catch fire, yeah? There's like an urn here. There we go. It's morning. Mate! Oh, there was the second guy, that's fine. Alright. Well, he's dead now, so that's the thing. I do need mana. That's not mana.
I need mana.
That's fine. I'll fucking... maybe in a minute.
I need mana.
Let me have some mana. Fucking hell, love. You've had mana. Cannot cast him up? There you go. There. Alright. It is roughly... there he is. Alright, neat. Hey, F and Fox. Welcome in. My all-time favourite, instead of playing in 201 Never Stopped. Yeah. I started when the game came out as well. I was 12 and I fucking loved the game. I continued to play it for like decades, but I know I also took like a brief break at one point when I got really sick. I couldn't actually like be on the computer to play games and stuff. I kind of want to go back into that corner because I'm starting to get some extra rooms here. I might do that. I didn't mean to open a portal, but it's fine. It's not like it's gonna stop us from anything. But yeah, I love Diablo. Oh, you're behind me. Hello. Hey, mate. Yeah, I'm currently recreating my original sorceress. So I had an Amazon first.
I am
That was
overburdened.
Kelly. I redid her last year. I have the whole playthrough on YouTube. Sorry, my brain just crapped out for a second there. I was like, what am I looking for? I have the whole playthrough on YouTube of that one. It was insane. And then this is my sorceress playthrough, which I made her originally when I was 13. So yeah, she's got a lot of restrictions, a lot of silly stuff, but it's good fun. Let's head down here. Red Project Diablo 2, the classic version. It's like liking these graphics, but changes are amazing. No, so I haven't played like any altered form of like Diablo 2. I need health. Hold on. Don't get stuck on the bed, love. I think I did just fucking touch the bed and it dropped stuff.
I am overburdened.
So I played Diablo 2 and I can't pick up anything else, but we'll have to go back. I'll waste that one. I played Diablo 1, 2, 3, tiny bit of 4, didn't like 4.
Yes.
Went back to Resurrected. So I had Resurrected, and yeah, I'm mostly a vanilla gamer, so I don't tend to play like any games modded and stuff. Like I would happily play this game like this, no issues, because I played like Diablo 2 for a very long time. But because I am streaming it and because this is Resurrected, I thought I'd give the upgraded graphics a go. And it's been cool. So the like first, when I played through Kelly last year, my Amazon, I was kind of like just in awe of like the graphics and stuff, because this is how I remember the game. Even though like, once I'm out of the thing, even though it looked like this, I visually remember it looking like this in my head, right? My brain just like upscaled the graphics all the time. And so getting to play this was like really beautiful, because like everything just looks kind of nice. Everything also looks really wet. So that's my only like complaint with this, is everything is always damp. And I don't know why Diablo went in that kind of like direction, but I could hear something else in here somewhere. It must be in the next room over, that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the fact that this was like, for the most part, the Diablo 2 story as it is in like pure format, which is kind of nice. With obviously like, there's a few like little sound changes, there's a few like visual sort of changes here and there, but like nothing too major. Like there was a couple of characters, a couple of enemies, I couldn't tell what the fuck they were until I put them back on all graphics, and I'm like, ah, that's what that thing is, right? But like, apart from that, there you are. Apart from that, it's been good. The Project D2 is pretty much vanilla, just quality of life changes, like skills rebalance. It's an inventory space figures, there's more stuff in game, but basic game is the same. Yeah, see, I don't ever feel the need to add quality of life stuff to any games. That's why I like mostly vanilla gamer. Like for instance, I also play RimWorld and Project Zomboid. Both of those are incredibly heavily moddable games. Like you can modify the shit out of it, right? And on RimWorld, I have like 6 mods, but like 2 of them are like Harmony and whatever the fucking other one is. You know, the 2 that make them work. And then Project Zomboid, I'm still on vanilla, no unmodded
I am
and
overburdened.
stuff. And RimWorld, one of those 6 mods don't work. So technically, I've only really got 4. I'll go through that in a second. So yeah, when they added stuff to like Diablo, like I don't need extra stash space. I don't need anything to be tweaked or, you know, rebalanced or anything like that. Like none of that matters to me. Like the story itself is beautiful and I love getting to play that, but it's also the actual game itself. There we go. I think that was stamina. And we've found the next area down, but that's fine. We've got to go and get the rest of this map. I've also got to get all the map, pick up all the things, kill all the things, that kind of stuff. So I gotta get this corner before we can go down. Yeah, in the same kind of vein with like 7 Days to Die also has got some kind of like modified versions and stuff. Also haven't like ever modified 7 Days to Die, just don't personally feel the need to. Was that? Oh, that must be the next fucking set. I was gonna say, I'm like, that's fine. I tend to overly path my way out. Path my way to things too quickly. Yeah, anyway. Now like for instance, in this playthrough, I can buy a new helper in each act. Obviously, Act 4 I can't because there's no helper to buy. Whereas my Amazon, I had to keep the original helper that you get given to you at the beginning all the way through to Hell. In this one, I get to replace them with each new act. And what do we got? We still have 1 page of stash, no rune words. My helper can have any kind of gear. He's not limited to exclusively my hand-me-downs, which is kind of nice. It's a little bit easier. I'm mostly melee, so this area is actually like forcing me to actually like use sorcerer skills. Can't use teleportation, can't use reduce requirements. I'm standing in like a pole or something, I can't reach him there. There you go. What else we got? I've got specifics about how I've got to put her stats because of how I did them when I was like 13. There you go, mate. Yeah. I got like a solid list of stuff with this character. My previous character's playthrough, it should be in the description of this stream on YouTube, and it should be a 16-page document on how to do that specific playthrough because hers is like extremely OCD detailed. But like this one's going to be similar, it's just not quite as restrictive. Like I don't have to wait until my gold and my stash are at maximum capacity before I actually like buy stuff. I don't have to exclusively gamble for things, which is kind of nice. Hello, there's a lot in that room. Yeah, but it's nice. It's comforting to like make this because like, yeah, I don't have mana. It's fine. It's comforting to make this character again and stuff because like, I don't know, my first couple of ones I played them so much as opposed to like any other characters I made after them. They were just kind of like a dime a dozen. I just didn't give a shit about them and never really came back to like keep playing. Whereas these ones I enjoyed, so like recreating them has been fun. Wait, you didn't identify that, Kane. There you go. Alright, that's a bit better. I do need to keep that. There's a nice change here with the cooldowns, Frozen Orb and Blizzard. You can now build a sorcerer of both instead of just one, since cooldown's not shared between skills anymore. I mean, that won't make any difference to what I'm doing, because I'm not going to use both at once. I don't use Blizzard when I get further along. I will eventually... Hold on a sec, let me show you the skill tree. So, at this stage, I have to unlock everything and use it once outside. Then once everything is unlocked, I can start putting additional skills into fire and into cold, which I will eventually use Frozen Orb and Hydra. They're the two that she will use. Because when I made her originally, I was supposed to be using cold, but I couldn't resist using fire. So I ended up using both on her, and I did unlock all the lightning ones. I just didn't use them. And same with like her stats and stuff. We just went from being 2-1-2 to 1-1-2-1, and then we'll go to 1-1-1-1, and then extra one will go consecutively down the list, like progressively, until she's like 99 or whatever, right? So that's how, like, a lot of this stuff won't matter on the playthrough that I'm doing because, like, also like her gear and stuff, if I upgrade something, it has to be equal or better. So for instance, in like armor, it has to be defense and also the magic stuff underneath, and also kind of like the rarity and shit as well. So in this case, I would have to swap that. If all the magic shit underneath it was exactly the same, it would have to have a higher defense for me to upgrade to it. Or alternatively, it could be the same defense, but all the magic shit under it be slightly better. but the magic shit underneath it is subjective to what 13-year-old me thought was good shit. So that's a lot of like resistances or resistance shit. Also, I'll have to use like mostly like staves, wands, globes, all those kind of things, whatever, right? Primarily, but I can still use like actual weapons like scythes and shields and shit, you know? It's just I should lean more towards the magical looking stuff for her. But in saying that, like she's using like the Herodric staff at the moment. We'll lose that later, you know, so I will go back to her sword and shield later, when we eventually like upgrade from that. And yeah, when we get into like, I don't know, nightmare, hell, that sort of stuff, I don't know how well she's gonna go. Like when I clear an area, like at the moment we're clearing this, if my game were to crash right this minute and I was to load back in, I'd have to clear like the area above us all the way down to where we are. I'd have to redo the entire area, kill everything, and then I would have to like rerun the whole map, even though it's already like visible and stuff. I'd have to like go onto all the corners, make sure everybody is dead, and or start from like a waypoint if we had a waypoint, for instance. And oh shit, hold on, there's a special in here. What the fuck are you, mate? You ran away from the door. I can't see you, mate. Where are you? You're spying more the hammer? That's as much as I saw. I didn't get to see what he was because he was kind of like stuck at the door. Yeah, I'd have to kill everybody and then re-clear an area sort of thing, and the fuck else we do? Oh, there's a waypoint in there. Hold on. There's probably going to be nobody in here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, if I have this waypoint, for instance, I would have to come back down to, if my game were to crash at this exact moment or I was to quit out for any reason, right? I would have to come back in from here. I'd have to re-clear this whole area, get all the map, kill all the things, pick up and loot everything, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've got like rules about like starting areas, rerunning areas. Like if I die, I still have to go and pick up my corpse, even though like I know that like if you happen to die, you can go back into town and still like get your corpse back that way and shit, right? But like, yeah, can't do that. Can't be doing that. There's a lot of like cheese shit I can't do too. Hold on, let me grab that. Fire sorceress, not necessarily. Also, welcome in, Invader. This is, so she's supposed to be primarily cold, right? But as I said, like when I was like 13, I couldn't kind of resist leaning towards fire. So she's got both fire and cold skills, but she also has got unlocked all of her electricity skills as well, right? But I just don't use them. Like I've got to use everything at least once outside. Like when I get a new skill, I have to go outside and use it once, but it doesn't stay on unless it's like fire or cold or a specific one kind of thing, you know? So even though Sorceress does have like telekinesis or whatever it is, like fucking teleport and shit, I won't be using that. So yeah, the only thing too is that with the playthrough, I can't go back and like grind a level. For instance, if I'm underpowered, like with Kelly, I was super underpowered when we fought Baal. I was like 84 or something when I fought Hell's Baal, and yeah, I can't go back through and like grind areas. So in this, any areas that have got like an underground area, like an additional like zone, is like considered as optional, right? And I go around this side, and I've been doing a lot of them even though they're optional this time, because I did on Tabby Cat after learning my lesson with Kelly the first time. But yeah, because of that, she's already way more powerful. She's only died once so far, as opposed to Kelly died like a lot. I have no clue. If somebody wants to watch the whole fucking series and tell me how many times she died, go for it. Like, I'd be down to know. But yeah, she died a lot. He's only died twice, so that's neat. Normally my helper dies like a substantial amount, but also usually my helper is usually like the original person. This is obviously with her, I get a new person in each act. So, yeah. It helps a little bit, but he doesn't have good shit anyway. He's just like, he's able to like stay alive somewhat. But yeah, even though she's got fucking fire and cold and all sorts of shit, you guys fight them for a second. Generally speaking, it's more melee. In here, I have to actually do like a lot of magic. Like a considerably lot more magic than we've done anywhere else so far, but only because everything's like fucking stuck behind walls, and this area is like relatively OP, I find anyway. I'm gonna have to go in that center bit in a second. That's fine. Yeah, I tend to find like this area is like generally speaking normally relatively difficult for my girls. Mostly anywhere that has like a lot of these like mages, archers and stuff. I heard an amulet. I want to know what that is, but we'll have to wait a bit. Actually, we may not have to wait that long because I don't really have space. I literally don't have enough space to do much else. I don't know where he is. I saw something shot at us. It wasn't that close. Fine, let's get back out.
Yes.
Okay, mate.
Good day.
I have a special bow fucking somewhere. Not that I can use it. 5 to energy, not useful. Get that shit out of my inventory. I'm gonna need to go buy... Or actually, I don't have to buy health. Crossbow skills, enhanced damage. See, that's the kind of bow that we had on my Kelly for like ages. It was nice. Not obviously on her playthrough. I didn't get one of those, but in the original I did. Tabby Cat's getting a lot of good shit, at least. It's kind of nice. Chuck all that down there. So yeah, when this eventually fills up, I have to just basically figure out what to sell out of here. I can't use like shared space. I don't get that. But when this fills up and this fills up and I can no longer pick up any more gold, we'll go gamble. I don't have to this time, but I can if I want to. And if I fill up with gold, we'll go and we'll gamble for something. We'll go and try to get something decent to like, I don't know, better gear or some shit. Because like she'll go back to her sword and shield soon. I would like to have like at least a spare belt that's of like decent quality. The only problem is like we got her Arctic bindings, which original Tabby Cat had, and I just can't bring myself to fucking change it because we had that in almost all of Act 2, if not all of Act 2. So like I keep seeing it, I'm like, nostalgia's just like, no, you can't change that because that's accurate. I'm like, there's other shit. I could be using a double belt, like an extra row of like stuff, but honestly I haven't really needed it, which has been kind of nice, you know? Normally, as soon as I can, I try to upgrade my belt, but she's been doing pretty good. We, most part, haven't been using up too much, like, mana and shit. I can tell happily sits down snuggling with plushes. Hey, Viken. I see you snuggling with your plushes. I give you all the pats. I can hear enemies. There you are. Let me set you guys on fire. Yeah, it's funny. Out in the desert, we were using a lot more Frost Nova, and in here we're using a lot more fire. Leave him alone for a second, because I know he's there, but I figured this was one of these rooms, so I'm gonna just zip through here, and then we'll wind our way back, and we'll kill everybody as we go. Whoop, another charm. Also, I can identify charms while I'm out and about, and I can wear them while I'm outside, but I can't, as soon as I go back into town, I do have to empty them out of my inventory, either into my stash or sell them or whatever. So, yeah. If I'm fighting a boss and I really can't fucking beat him, I can fill my inventory full of charms. That is like the only time I can stock up on charms. But so far, we didn't eat it up against Endariel. I don't know about Juriel, we might. I always kind of find we need it up against Juriel. I always forget that he fucking exists until I fight him. And then I'm like, oh, that guy. You know? So happily receiving pats, smiles. No. Make sure to give Plush some pats as well. Way they get some love and attention as well. I don't think we'll probably have anybody else in here. I don't know. It would be nice if those... Oh, shit, skimmed up. Hold on. I was going to say, it'd be nice if these could stop dropping, like, electricity. Whenever I've opened them and they're a trap, in this particular run, it's been a lot of electricity. Oh, hell no, we're putting a lot of those in the doorway there. They can sit in the fire. There we go. I also think we've got a lot of, like, extra magic or extra gold here, which is good. Because Tabby Cat generally has a lot of that stuff. I did not get the rest of this room. Hey, mate.
I'm overburdened.
I saw where you went. How is that not fitting? I'm good for health for the most part. Just chuck that in there for a moment. Lovely seeing Wolf Plushes receiving pads. No. I might be almost ready to go up through the center. I've just got this corner in here and this closed off little zone. I didn't really think there was anything in here, but I've had it before where I've got like skeletons and shit stuck in there, so I do like still have to run through there anyway. Hey mate.
Not enough mana.
I don't, but do I have enough for a Nova? Sort of. It did nothing. Fine. I think I've got to get into that from the other side. This is a dead end. Alright. I see something glittering over that side anyway, so I can go through here. What? Hold on, I almost I tapped out of the game. I gotta not do that. Let's come back in here. There we go. And I got a blue thing follow me. I am hoping that that is my helper over there. Hey mate.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh man.
I am overburdened.
I am probably pretty overburdened to a degree. Put that in there. I don't have something to identify this. Put that there. I haven't used any of that. Large axe. There's a composite bow. I should be able to fit a composite bow in here. If my guy stops freaking out over there. Let me have some water. Hold on. Nice. Alright. Alright. Well, it looks like we've done all of this center room. Whoop. Froze for a second there. I was like, please don't do the thing where the game crashes. I could really do with that not being a thing this particular run. Obviously, when we get up to River Flame... Oh, hello. There you are. We'll really test out how well my computer goes with this. Flawed skull. Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, when I ran through the River Flame with my Amazon, it fucking struggled. We crashed so many times, and I really wasn't even sure if we were going to be able to like keep progressing, but upgraded the graphics card and it should be fine. And I am able to use frost and shit through there as well. Obviously, depending on what I need to use. I don't have a lot of space left. Cold and mana, that would be useful to hold on to. I already have a lot of charms, and I will have to do a quick check to make sure that I'm not too full up of charms as well. So, I'll just pop the rest of these away, and then I'll do it just... I know I put them all in, like, order before, but I do need to make sure that I'm not hoarding too many of them. That it's not going to be a full inventory. Okay, I can hold on to either one more long and a short and a small, or 2 more shorts, or 4 more smalls. Okay, that's not too bad. We're getting somewhere with that. And I get a chance to just fix them up since I got kind of like matching ones now, so that's neat. I guess it over there. I think we can get this in... Oh no, it's fine. Let's put that up there. Move this one down and I can put the 3 of them together. So I've got like fuck bugger all in the way of space. Mind you, I will hold on to an extra mana because I am running out of mana more than I'm running out of health, which is fine. I have rarely needed to heal too much. I'm still healing occasionally, just not much. And a town scroll. So yeah, we'll can't remember off the top of my head if it's this one that's got the thing, the room, the floor thing. Words. That's why. Hello. You guys come to me. You guys come walk across fire, yeah? Yeah, the mages and shit are not making this easier. Because obviously, like, the mages and the archers can hit me at a distance. So I am actually having to, like, cast on them. You guys can follow me. Cast it over there. I think I'll get, like, the ones behind it